Prairie used to have a clothing class where students could sew different items. Today, we have a class in the middle school where students make pillows, but not clothes. In the 50s, when Prairie began, they had a typing class. Students would use typewriters. Today, students have a typing/computer class up until 6th grade. There was a nursing class several years ago. Today, if you wanted to take a class similar to nursing, you would have to take it off campus. In the 50s up until now, we still have a home ec class where students make food. Since the first years Prairie became a school, they have had a shop class where students build and construct things. Main courses like English and Social Studies, classes that are required, are very similar today and will most likely stay the same. There are many classes that have come and gone over the years at Prairie. The foreign language classes have changed from Latin to Spanish and German. Some home ec classes that are no longer offered are jewelry, typing, crafts, and clothing class. The home ec classes have been replaced mostly by cooking classes. Social Problems, USA Politics, and Civics are the social study classes that are no longer offered at Prairie here anymore. Those social study classes have been replaced by Economics and Government class. Over time at College Community, the learning techniques we have used have changed, which has changed the way our classes are shaped. For example, in 1952, Prairie offered a class called Clothing. Today, we do not offer this class because kids don't have to rely on sewing skills or clothing making much anymore. Another example of the way classes have changed is how we don't offer a computer class anymore, but we carry around computers every day now. It shows that now we are expected to know a lot about computer technology because our era and generation is shaped around it. We are no longer offered the option of learning about computers anymore in a class. These are just a couple of ways the classes and environment at Prairie have changed because of the things that have transformed our society. Before legislation took place in the U.S., parents of kids with disabilities were limited to options of educating their children, and it was almost limited to educating them at home or using expensive private education. In 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, which allowed funding for education and made it possible for children with disabilities to have access to public education. The Education for All Handicapped Children Act made it possible for kids to be educated regardless of their disability. It just took the states to accept funds to educate and provide special education for the kids that it applied to. Kids never used to be placed in regular education classes along with other students their age. Today, because of the changes the IDEA and EHA have made, these children are able to receive their learning alongside kids without disabilities. Over the years, college has become the norm for students as a degree becomes more and more valuable. Due to this, Prairie started putting college courses into their optional curriculum to better help students get a head start in their post-secondary education. One of the most important parts of AP classes is making sure that our students are challenged, says guidance counselor Stephen Stump. Originally, many people would take the class, but not the test. But now that we have more people willing to take the test because they're more prepared. Due to the rising confidence, classes such as AP Calculus have had increased success, with 47 people out of the 62 that took the course getting a 3 or above. In 2013, 184 students were taking AP exams, and this number has increased to 210 in 2014. The first AP course was U.S. History, which started in 2001. By next year, we should have over a dozen of them. These courses became available due to the learning curve from high school to college, and as such, AP classes were